Happy Friday. And what grounds you? What centers you? What helps you focus? What holds you steady no matter what's going on around? So for today, I've got Psalm 119, which we've been in Psalm 119 several times. It's a very long psalm. It's the longest, actually. Verses 153 through 156. Look at my suffering and deliver me, because I haven't forgotten your instruction. Argue my case and redeem me. Make me live again by your word. Salvation is far from the wicked, because they haven't pursued your statutes. You have so much compassion, Lord. Make me live again according to your rules. So the psalmist here is saying, hey, God's guidance, that's what centers me. That as everything is falling apart around me, that it's God's compassion, God's guidance, God's teachings that guide. And so as we know, there are so many stories in the Bible, and those stories are about trying to give us guidance, like trying to give us a glimpse of what God is helping us to understand, how God is guiding us in this life. And so this sense of compassion, and we've often talked about God's faithful love. There's something about faithful love and compassion. There's something about hope and peace. There's something about guiding us. And so are those the words that we hold on to? Are those the words that help us through as we are navigating challenging times? When we are suffering and we need a different life, when we need God to deliver us, how do we think that comes about? Sometimes we want God to wave a magic wand, but here we see it's about how are we conducting our lives to get through? How are we navigating those situations? How are we allowing God's compassion and faithful love to give us a new way of living and being, even when we are suffering? Pray with me. Oh God, we often, as things kind of get difficult around us, as we may suffer, as we may struggle in this life, we call out to you to deliver us. And help us, oh God, to understand that as we cry out for deliverance, to understand your teachings, to understand your teachings along the lines of faithful love and compassion, to understand your teachings about how we interact with one another, to understand your teachings of wisdom. Help us, oh God, to be able to center and ground ourselves upon your teachings of love, of hope, of peace, so that we may navigate easier. We may navigate with better understanding when we are suffering. Help us, oh God, this day and every day to experience your compassionate love as a grounding force for our lives. Amen. Have a great one.